Welcome back. Well, tonight, a lack in access to certain items has one teen trying to help another. KTIV's Claire Bradshaw shares how one Sioux City student is helping his female classmates.
West High senior Jordy Kambara doesn't need period products, but he knows they're a necessity for fellow classmates. That's why he started collecting tampons and pads to leave in bathrooms at the school.
When I asked my friends and stuff, they would tell me that some of them would skip class because they didn't have any on hand, or with like an emergency situation, they couldn't go to class because of having their period at the moment. And so I was like, why should they be skipping class for something that they should have on hand anyways, and something that should be available to them?
He got the idea after a bill from the Iowa Youth Advisory Council that he helped with would have put period products in bathrooms, but it didn't pass in Des Moines.
I was like, why should I wait till next year when I could do this now? And so I brought that idea back to West, and I'm like, I'm going to do something about it and hopefully bring it out to Sioux City.
Now Jordy is accepting donations of tampons and pads, along with a GoFundMe that's already raised more than $350. He put $80 of his own money toward getting the project up and running. These products have always been available at school, but at the price of dignity.
It wouldn't be uncommon for students to sneak their head in my office and be like, Ms. Reagan, do you have a tampon? Or Ms. Reagan, do you have a pad? And they've got to ask for it. So as Jordy shared, it can be somewhat embarrassing if they don't know me very well. And they shove it in their pocket just to hide it so they could go to the bathroom. And this just takes that whole step out of it.
Jordy wants this to spread to all Sioux City high schools, then middle schools, then to other districts.
It gives me a smile and it gives me a motivation to keep going, because I know that it helps the health and lives of the students around me, all the people, and it's just like it's a motivation to see the smiles and them telling me that they can have something available to them.
In Sioux City, Claire Bradshaw, KTIV News 4.
And you can learn more about this story by heading on over right now to KTIV.com.